Yo, what's up, beautiful people? It's Nene Adams. I'm in the building. Today, we're going to have a topic. I actually put it out on my Facebook. It's going to be why good girls like bad boys. So make sure you guys tune in, get excited. Make sure we're going to have a call in. We're going to have it on the chat.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Make sure we
Interrupting
live.
the intro, all types of stuff.
I was laughing because she was yelling when she
Look, y'all gotta hear me. I project. Look, we need the energy. We're a little weak right now. I swear, I think we should change the show to CPT because we always start a little later than what we're supposed to.
Hey, it happens.
It happens.
That's
It
why
definitely happens.
Yeah, you know.
But yes, guys, welcome to UGR. Like I said before, we're going to talk about that topic. So make sure you guys stay tuned in, like, share, send it to people so they can come in and join. It's going to be via chat or the phone. So we'll give you that information later. Yes. And then we're also going to have a special guest. thePLAINESTjane is going to be on, the beautiful girl. She's going to be talking to us about her YouTube channel and everything that she's doing. So stay tuned with that, especially if you're trying to get into podcasts and all that good jazz.
Yes.
But before we get started, y'all know how we get down. Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you and we just thank you for the opportunity to just get on the mic and just speak a good word. So we just ask that you will just give us the wisdom, the knowledge, and the strength to get through and just be grateful for the opportunity that we have for the community. I want to uplift anyone that is struggling. I want to, just be thankful for the opportunities that we do have. So God, I just pray that you will be with us and continue to be with us. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
It's been a long day, y'all. It's a long day. But yeah, make sure y'all follow me on at Coach D Love Me on Instagram. You can also follow me at True3 Basketball.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say less. We're gonna go right to it.
Definitely.
Okay.
Ain't nobody gonna give it a shout out? Where they
what happened?
Instagram,
y'all done forgot the order?
Facebook? No, I think we forgot.
Technically, you supposed to be done. You were supposed to go next.
I was supposed to know. You lying. Well, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and go next. My name is Von Walker. You can find me on IG. Von Walker. That's 2 R's at the end. I couldn't secure the regular Von Walker. Somebody else
got to be quicker than that.
I gotta be quicker than that. And the bad part is, what I'm saying, the guy that has it, he ain't even like that.
Yeah, like that.
So I had to add an extra R. So yeah.
Let them know.
Just go ahead and update the arms. But shout out y'all. This is Katrina Day here to bless y'all day with laugh, some love. That's all that love. It's okay. He got jokes, but that's coming up next.
I like it. What up, guys? I'm Jeff Jackson. You can follow me at Jeff Jackson _JR.
Hey.
He tried to drop that octave and then he starts squinting.
Yeah, he tried to get real sexy with it.
Got deep. I don't know about y'all, but y'all, I'm struggling a little bit. I actually was raking some leaves the other day, so my back hurts. It's a little sensitive, a little tender right now. You know what I'm saying? The older you get, things don't recover.
Don't worry about it.
Raking leaves, getting into it. It's a big backyard.
Leaves making the weight though. How do you?
She ain't doing it properly. I don't know which way she was. Which way she was there.
I'm gonna give y'all one.
Your form wasn't right.
Okay. The form was right.
You gotta show them.
Okay.
It was a lot. It was a lot. How was your week though? How was your week?
My week was cool, man. You mean let's talk about my weekend. My weekend was actually kind of busy.
Okay.
I had a shoot that went really well. I reconnected with an old friend of mine. I haven't seen him for a minute, and he kind of we actually had a long conversation last night, and which is why I'm a little tired now because I didn't really get much sleep. Yeah. But that's what happens when you reconnect with some old friends. You kind of. You just
and y'all probably picked up when you left off though. Those are the best conversations though with people you connect with.
Yeah, we picked up where you left. We picked up where we left off, and we spoke about some stuff that was that we needed to vent about. That's what happens. So it was cool. He was like, "Yo," because it got late. I kind of lost track of time. He was like, "Yo, you can just go ahead and crash on the couch." I said, "I bet." He gave me the blanket. Everything was cool. But the problem was, he was like, "Oh, yo, but by the way," which turned into 2 more hours.
Yeah.
So it was like 2:30 in the morning. And he was like, "Oh, my bad, man. I didn't mean to keep you up." I said, "My man, it's been 2 hours."
Yeah.
It's been 2 hours.
Those are friends that
That's a
can
good
talk.
conversation.
Those
You know,
are-
you talking on the phone with somebody. Now you sitting here, you folding clothes, and you on top of the refrigerator, you doing all that silly stuff. Like,
Yeah, nah,
you
but it was
so
cool
caught
though.
up in the moment of what's going on, like in talking and catching up. You
It was
lose track
cool.
of time.
It was cool. It was productive. I like being productive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People say I'm busy, but they're not productive.
Hey, let's
So,
go.
This weekend was productive.
How about
Yeah.
y'all? How's your weekend?
Pretty good. Kids weekend, you know, fun stuff with them. Same old, same old.
You like it, right? That's mommy talk.
You know,
I went to the COVID strip club.
Wait a minute. The COVID strip club. How did that go?
No mask in the strip club. They was just in there shaking booties.
oh, he's trying to be funny because I swapped.
Yeah.
Who trying to switch seats?
Switches it. This ain't musical chairs, boo boo.
I didn't go to the strip club because they closed. But they was open.
Lord.
John, I'm not about to play with
Not
you.
playing with you.
Hey, you know what?
I'll make sure.
I'm just gonna sit over here and keep making sure people are logging in. I'm just gonna keep sitting
Yeah,
there.
while I get on, make sure everybody going live. Make sure y'all sharing all this information. Make sure you like, share, subscribe
I
on
feel
the
like a
YouTube
headache
channel,
coming
and also go ahead and share it on Facebook. On this day with Day, let's get it.
Yo, so we are on this day with Day, where I dropped some events that have occurred on this day in the past. Some you may not know, some you may already know, but either way, you're gonna learn with Day. So in 1945, International Women's Day is first observed, and shout out today for Happy International Women's Day, celebrating social and economic and cultural and political achievements of women all across the world. In 1948, the U.S. Supreme Court rules in McCollum versus Board of Education that religious instruction in public schools is unconstitutional. And in 1971, George Frazier ends Muhammad Ali's 31st fight winning streak in Madison Square Gardens. So
No,
that
he
is on this
didn't.
day with Day.
That's fake news. That's fake news. I lose the greatest.
was you there?
Yeah, I was there. You know what I'm saying? I had my time machine. I went back in time.
You
I
went back.
to see
All right,
that.
back to the future.
You know what I'm saying? I got you know the front row seats because you know the money back then you didn't have to the money went a lot further. So I brought 2 stacks with me,
Gotcha.
and I bought a $300 ticket, and I had you know ringside seats. So
Oh, word. That's
I
what's up.
couldn't bring a modern camera.
So it's a different
Yeah.
outcome than what they had.
Nah, exactly. They
Gotcha.
gave y'all fake.
Alternative facts. Alternative facts.
Alternative
Slides here.
Alternative facts, man. I'm trying to tell you.
Love it.
Yes.
So, my turn, right?
Yeah, it's
Was
just
that my joke? Oh, no, it's you.
nah. Is it on me?
I don't know.
All right, you know it's on me now, but we do have some current events that's going on right now. I've been on the internet and it's on the internet and it's been a buzz with Coming to America 2.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about
yeah,
this.
let's talk
Coming
about
to
that one.
America 2.
I
I
definitely
haven't
wanna-
seen the movie yet.
I want to see it.
I've held off for a second because I wanted to see, you know, how the audience has been. You know what I mean? That's I don't know. I know it's kind of backwards, but that's how I like to do things. I want to get
Okay.
everybody's reaction. Okay.
That's how it is with that vaccine. So it's cool.
Okay.
Go keep going.
There you
So
go.
drop your comments. If you've seen Coming to America 2, drop your thoughts on the movie. I'm gonna wait
Drop
till
your
I
thoughts.
see y'all thoughts come through, but then
Please
I'll
do.
talk about it.
Nah, but I seen interview with Arsenio Hall, which I was actually more interested in watching because we all talk about Eddie Murphy. You know, he was kind of the man in the 80s and in the early 90s and stuff like that. But in the early 90s, we had Arsenio Hall and his show, which was a big thing when it came to hip hop specifically, because he was the only one in his position. Like the late night talk shows, Jay Leno wasn't even doing this, and he was bringing in hip hop artists. He was bringing in like Louis Farrakhan. He was bringing in different people, and he had a platform of 10 million people. This is before all the social media and all of that stuff. And like I was watching his interview, and I don't think he realizes how much of an impact he had. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's those people that are really humble. And he was like, yeah, you know, we had the show, and he never came off as a, I'm the ish type of dude. You know, from the interviews that I've seen, he just always came off like, yeah, we tried to do this, we were able to do this, and we were lucky that we got this. That's how he described everything, especially with his interviews with Louis Farrakhan or all of the hip hop artists that he had come through. And there's a lot of people who are in their late 40s and 50s right now that grew up on the Arsenio Hall show in the early 90s. And I remember watching that when I was little, didn't fully understand what the hell was going on. You know what I'm saying? But I watched the show when I was like 5. And then now I'm going back because there's YouTube clips of it. Mm-hmm. And I'm seeing some of the interviews that he had. I'm like, yo, he had that person on. He had a segment where he had what the hell's his name? Steven Seagal. Right? And that he's not black, obviously, but he had him on the show. And Arsenio Hall was trying to get him so bad to say, yo, so what's the deal with you and Jean-Claude Van Damme? And you could see him, like the little grin, like he was doing one of these. Because at the time, Jean-Claude Van Damme and Steven Seagal had a little bit of a beef. Mm-hmm. And during that time, they went to Sylvester Stallone's house. He was having a party, and Sylvester Stallone was kind of that dude, especially at that time. So everybody wanted to go to his house. He's like Hugh Hefner, but without all the naked women. You know what I'm saying? So Jean-Claude Van Damme approached Steven Seagal and was like, so what you want to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, you've been talking all this XYZ, so let's step outside real quick. And that story was out there. So Arsenio Hall kind of was like, yo, Steven Seagal, so what's up with that? And Steven Seagal was like, Jean-Claude Van who? He tried to play him. It was just like the back in the 90s, you know, you had the rivalry, Steven Seagal, Van Damme, mm-hmm. the rivalry between Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's just funny to watch. So I just started watching a bunch of interviews that he was giving to different people. You know, obviously he had Kid and Play on there, you know, the classics. You know, so it was he had Eddie Murphy on there too when he just finished Harlem Nights, and that's a hood classic.
That's my number one. It's my number one movie.
So it just like hearing about the Coming to America too, just kind of it just threw me down a rabbit hole of all of that extra stuff, man. And Arsenio Hall, he has a lot of stories, man. I didn't even know that he was like with Steve Harvey like that, like when they were both coming up when they were broke. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of stories that these guys have. And I'm kind of glad that these guys, and another thing too, like Arsenio Hall he's 65. Have you seen what he looks like?
He look good. For 65,
no. He's not, he doesn't just look good.
He look good.
He looks 40 and he's 65. That's crazy. So
it's my grandfather.
Yeah, man.
Somebody get him.
Wow. It's crazy, man. But yeah, I know I try to have 3 different things that's going on right now, but that kind of like took my attention mostly. So it's just that, and I think people need to know Arsenio Hall's story. Yeah. Because we know Eddie's story, we know Richard's story, and Arsenio Hall came up in the same ranks as those guys as far as stand-up comedians. And again, his talk show, like in the early 90s, and he did come up in the early 90s, there was nothing like it. Yeah. It literally was just him. Yeah. And again, he's mad humble about it. So
respect.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that comes over to me now. With that being said, I think Coming to America was a pretty good movie. I believe the sequel was not for us. The sequel was not the nostalgia that everyone was really looking for. I think it was for the younger people, because the market nowadays is for the young folks now. Like it's not for the older people. So it was younger people. It was stuff that can go viral. So I think it was a great movie. I think it was more for the younger people. A little corny sometimes, but it's TV, right?
Yeah, well, I would say for the most part, I definitely had an appreciation of the actors and actresses that were in there. Yeah. I mean, some legendary people that you haven't seen on screen in a long time. And think about it, this movie is over 30 years ago. So some people you haven't seen in a while, and just new faces that were coming out. Eddie Murphy's daughter ended up learning. She actually played in the movie as well.
The lead actor from DMV too.
Exactly.
Wow.
He was out, I think, Hydesville. He was so it was just a lot that you got to see on there that I did appreciate and I did like. But in the beginning, it was a lot going on. I was like, what is this? What is this? What is this? But I believe in giving everything a firm chance. So I sat through and I watched and I was like, okay. I actually ended up liking the movie.
Well, I'm going to check it out because I haven't seen it yet. So my plans is to see it maybe this weekend.
If you need that Prime Video account, hit me up, cash at me, that $5. I'll send you the Prime Video account. You can watch it if you need to.
Hustling over there.
Every black person has another person's
hustling over there.
I mean,
Netflix.
Hey, everybody got to make money.
Got him.
You can order one thing, man, so you get.
Oh my God!
We'll have promotion packages later.
The dope thing about that is a lot of the cast came back, which is cool.
Yes.
So
the original cast, and I think 30 years.
Right, and everybody. Well, most of everyone is still around, which is dope.
That's agreed.
They weren't young.
So I guess it's time for my joke, right? I don't know joke. I'm gonna just say this. So the dating world, according to the dating calendar, is close to the thought orientation and the
hot girl summer.
Yeah. So
okay,
the hot girl orientation should be coming up soon, and then all of the, as they say, all the F boys orientation should be starting soon too. For the summer. So all I'm saying is,
I thought that happened during tax season. They don't come out a little bit earlier than that. Okay. It depends. Okay.
It depends on their rank. That depends on what they're coming.
Okay.
But I say all that to say, ladies, we're not going to sponsor your hot girl summer this season. COVID came last year, so our numbers is a little low. So y'all ladies need to put y'all.
I've been seeing y'all traveling though. I've been seeing y'all traveling.
That money, that's from the previous year. We still got to make money for this year.
Hey,
so.
the company be sending us out.
Right, exactly. So all I'm saying is unemployment checks and your little stimmy should be able to, get y'all through the summer.
Exactly.
But shout out to homegirl who got stuck down in Atlanta and she put up a GoFundMe account for $1,500. She topped her goal. Everybody was sending her money. The comments were hilarious. Everybody was sending her money to get home.
How she get stuck?
Yo, I don't know. But even one girl said, why don't you just wait till Wednesday? The flight from Spirit is $39. You know what I mean? To get back to New York.
She probably did wait till Wednesday. Still got that $1,500.
Hey, if people gonna contribute, I ain't even mad at her. She got her money.
She probably lied.
I'm not gonna go nowhere and get that.
I'm just trying to figure out.
I don't even got a tip.
I just want to know how you get stuck, man.
You're
supposed to have that planned out.
She probably was trying to meet up with somebody.
No, what she said was her unemployment. It came enough down for her to get down there, but the other part she was banking on that it would come through while she was down there so she can get back, but it didn't come, so it was postponed.
So she took a risk.
She took a risk. She took a risk.
All-Star Weekend, right?
All-Star Weekend.
Oh, that she was trying to catch some.
Yeah.
She was trying to snatch somebody up.
Again,
but shout out to her for International Women's Day. She got her money. She got back home. Plus some.
Whatever, dog.
Plus some.
Okay.
All right, let's get to it. We get to the topic. Now, I hope you're still around. TJ, what's good, my boy? We're going to talk about why good girls love bad boys. Why do they? Why? The only thing I can, at least for me, I got a few reasons, but I'm only going to talk about one in particular. So, obviously, being raised in the church, they always say opposite attract, right? So you always want that bad boy image.
That's what they say.
That's what they say, right? For me personally, I thought it was an attraction from jump. I met this guy actually in college, and he was definitely the opposite of what I was used to. And it's something about them being like having that hard demeanor on the outside, but being soft on the inside. I think to me that's very attractive because like he knew how to be aggressive and strong and physical. So he's around his homeboys and they chopping it up. But then when we go back to the room or watch a movie or something like that, he's really sweet. So I think it's sweet. I like if you want to compare, it's almost like a little Skittle effect. You know what I'm saying? They hard on the outside, soft on the inside. I love men that are like that.
Skittles be hard.
Hard on the outside, soft on the inside. What you freezing the joke?
The ones that come in the bag all messed up. You never know which one you're going to get.
Skittle effect.
I've never heard that. That's new for me.
Skittle effect.
Skittle effect.
That's
in my mind, Skittles.
That's crazy.
But I've never heard of Skittle effect. But I feel like every man has that. Every man has the inner dog on the outside and nice on the inside. But I think a lot of times guys don't understand how guys don't understand how women want them to be, so they come off with the softness on the outside, like, yeah, something's nice. But if you get on their side, they're like, hey, girl, look at that.
We're gonna call that manipulation. You know what I'm saying? You said
it's a personality type of thing.
You said bad boys, right?
They have their personality is very more it's more dominant than a man that's
I don't like the way this conversation. Let me start. Let me start.
Oh,
so
snap.
Me personally, the way I feel, you know, good girls attract to, as you can call them, bad guys. Think about it. Spontaneous. It's wild. It's not in the typical, you know, tradition and order of how things are supposed to be. And they tell you how, you know, your life is supposed to be, you know, with a good man and all these things like that. Listen, I done had some wild times. Okay. You know, you go out and you
wild times.
Come on. But no, again, for a sense of thrill, a sense of rebellious, like how you said, when you're growing up and you're taught, you know, to be this thing. Now the third, you're like, I want to get a sense of excitement. And you have that person who doesn't go, someone who goes with the flow and not really with structure. And that all becomes fun and dandy while you're young and you're going through that thrill and you're on that ride and you holding down, you ride or die chick. I'm gonna hold it down. I'm putting my wig, all that. All right. You hold it all down. But it also comes a time where you then mature and realize that at a place where I've been, even in my life, where it comes to, I don't want to be in jeopardy of losing my job, losing my home, losing certain things that come into play when you're dealing with a.
But that depends on how you categorize,
so let me,
or how do you define bad? That's what I'm saying. Like you have to define it how you. Everyone defines it differently. I'm not talking about the ones that, you know, or the criminal system and not like that.
But think about if you have someone
who's talking about the ones
carefree and doesn't care about anything. So now you have someone like, say, financially, you're dealing with someone. They just like, well, I just blow my money. I just do all this. I don't want that. I don't want that at all. And have certain bad habits in which they, you know, spend their money on.
So,
yeah, that can be a bad habit. I'm talking more personality.
So you talk about somebody that's just swagged out. That's all. That's what you really.
No. I mean, literally. They can go into a room and demand it. You know what I'm saying? Like they have that.
You talking more so the aggressiveness.
They're aggressive. Yes. Because you got to think about it. I would want a man not aggressive because that trait can also be passed down to my child. Characteristic wise. You know what I'm saying? If I have a weak man and just sit in the back, be passive, this, that, and the third, 9 times out of 10, my child gonna be passive. I don't like that. I want someone who's gonna demand that when they walk into the room, like, "Hey, I'm here. What's up?"
All right.
Look at these comments.
What's up?
On this part, but again, every man has that. They just display it at different times. That's all that boils down to, right? So like me, I can go into a room and demand attention. DJing,
it's confidence. Thank you, TJ.
So
I agree.
So DJing and hosting parties, I have to go in and demand the crowd to pay me attention and to groove me, right? But then I also have my moments where I don't even have that, and I can just sit back and just and I can seem passive because like, oh, he ain't really like he ain't aggressive and like, yeah. But sometimes I don't have the energy for that. But also, I believe that people are attracted to the opposite. Is pretty much what it is because, and it happens to me. There are women that are attracted to me because I am outgoing and because I am a quote unquote personality to them. and they're bored. They're boring, for a better lack of words. So it's like, oh well, I want to be with them because I want to live that time. I want to have that time. But then when they see me on the outside, because that's not me all the time, they're like, "You're really boring." I'm like, "Yeah, because I turn it on and turn it off."
Right. Yeah, it's that you don't do that all day.
Right. And just like I don't think bad guys are, quote unquote, bad guys are that way all day because they gotta turn that thing off too. They be tired. I know they're tired. You know how tiring it is to be gangster all day.
You gang banging over.
Like they turn it off for the right woman though, for real. Honestly,
they talk when they do.
Listen. For the right woman for the right woman after they've done damage to like a dozen. You know what I'm saying?
See that again. Say it louder. Say it louder.
They turn it off for the right woman after they've done damage to a dozen. And then when those dozen get damaged, the guys who are not like that, then they got to deal with all the baggage. So everybody's messed up all the time.
But see, that's the problem though, because people don't want to heal. people want to just jump in situationships or relationships or entanglements.
I would say that
back
definitely
to back. You know what I mean? As opposed to really taking that time out we all got, and I'm just not talking about taking the time out to heal from your last relationship, but even just childhood traumas that you may have realized that came up during that relationship and realize, you know what? I got some issues with myself I need to work on too. Except you bring it on to the next person. See, well, let me see if they're gonna make me happier. Maybe it was that person. No, that's on you.
Right.
That's on you.
Facts.
Boop. Drops
Facts
mic.
is
Not
facts
really, because the
on
joint's
facts.
expensive.
That's the whole fact. I mean, you're right. Though. People don't know what people do not want to deal with their past. Neither do they want to deal with the present. Some people don't even want to deal with the present. Some people just want to be in a relationship, a situationship with a person just to fill their time.
Correct.
Just to fill the void of being bored or
Being alone.
Or being alone. Like a lot of people don't want to be alone. A lot of people nowadays don't like being alone. Look here, you can put me in a room by myself and I'll be cool.
Okay.
They don't want to be alone, but they don't really want a relationship. So
Ooh.
that sounds like another topic.
No, that's real.
They don't,
That's real. I mean, a lot of other people were saying too that it boiled down to as far as toxicity, as far as intimacy.
right.
That's another thing that they like. Bad Boys brought that image of being good intimately.
They just getting the wrong people. That's all it is. I'm
telling you what the comments say. What the comments say.
They got some guys dudes out here that will rock and tie you up. Never mind. We got the chick in the room.
But no, that's like a TV show right now that's called Good Girls, and it's out on Netflix. They just came out with season 4. I'm really excited about it. That was the one I was watching when I was doing your hair. You know what I mean? It's a really good show.
It's really good.
It's really
good.
Shout that out Slick. Shout out her out here shining right now. But again, it's like 3 mothers, and they're all have their own reasons, financial reasons why they're trying to get money. So they do little things. So they end up getting involved with the wrong crowd. And one of the moms, she's PTA, she's all that, and she meets the top leader of the gang, and she's just like head over heels for him. It was something other than what her husband was to provide. It's just a thrill. He's
fine though. Shout out whatever his name.
They became. Let's see the bad boy. See the bad boy. Okay, see, right there. Exactly, the bad boy. No, it's cool. Yeah. He looks good because he provides excitement.
Exactly. I didn't say I wanted that. It don't mean nothing.
What does he want to?
Nothing.
A couch.
Go to a couch after he's done spent his time dogging y'all out, getting his. When he goes back home
like it though.
and he's chilling, then he does it all over again the next day with somebody different.
Hey, Mom, is this something you pop up? Something you got a little,
you got
a little experience that you would.
Nah, I'm just letting y'all know this is what happened.
It does, but all I know is the thrill goes out the window.
No,
I'll speak for myself. Okay, the thrill goes out the window. You then establish, you're looking for something different and more aligned with whatever, more of a good guy is what we will say and display. You gotta have 401k. You gotta have things put in place. You gotta have, just
So the good guys finish last.
No, they don't.
No.
Yeah, they do, because listen what you just said.
That's not what I said. Look, that's not what I said.
Scenario wise, the good guy finished last because the good guy gets you after you've already dealt with the bad guy that has given you excitement. So once the excitement's gone out, it's like, okay, I need something that's more stable.
And that's what I'm saying. See,
No.
you know what I'm saying? Nah, because
He does come in with
he be like, yo,
R&B.
So I want people to understand this. You know what I'm saying?
Late night.
This is called the pillow talk, man.
Okay.
Like, damn, y'all keep going with these guys who are these bad boys, and they're exciting. It's cool, but the excitement don't last. And when it doesn't, no. See, when it does end, though, there's women out here that they will settle for the guy who isn't as exciting, who isn't the bad boy, but that's not what y'all really want. Even into older age, you still want the bad boy. The problem is you understand at this point that it ain't going nowhere. But if that bad boy was to turn into the dude that you're now settling for, but still have that bad boy persona, you'd be like, I bet.
First,
Disagree.
it's how you define it to me.
How do you clap up your own
I don't care.
self?
He just stuck himself. He must hit him with that poetry, that
I'm
good
just
stuff.
saying, man. I'm just saying.
It really is how you define it, because I know how you said like how bad boys, you get tired of them and you're not entertained and you go to good guys. At the end of the day, I feel like it's how you define it. I think that there's good men in everybody, like bad boys, good guys, however. But like I said, it's based off of their personality and what they bring to the table. I love that rough mentality, and good guys can be rough, bad guys can be rough. That's what I base it off of, not just about labeling them. I feel like we label too much.
So who's the last good guy you messed with? Be honest, don't BS. Exactly. You see the face? You see the face. So I don't even want to hear it.
Honestly.
I ain't never seen you mess with nobody like that. You out here lying, telling stories. Who's the last nice guy you messed with?
And again, I really go back off of what everybody has a different perception of what classifies somebody as a bad guy. Because I think there are good men who also can have a personality of being bad and still give you that same excitement and thrill and that assertiveness. Devon, this show is not about me today. It is.
See, this is what I'm saying. Y'all haven't dated not one.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said.
I'll give you one.
That's not what I said, because I actually have.
Oh, okay.
If you
My
define
bad.
it like
All
that,
right,
well, never mind. It's been a long time ago. Not my ex.
I really have. You know, and so that's why I have seen of, you know, what can come from, you know, dating someone who actually treats you with respect and love and kindness and can think of a sound mind, maturity, all those things, like really a balance, you know, that can really help you out. Because, you know, I want someone we can go to work, then be able to hang out and have a good time, but still take care of our responsibilities, still have fun, still do some random, you trying to go get, you know, road trip, you know, still excitement with it all. But you got to have your stuff in order.
So
I agree.
So let's make up a scenario, right? Okay, so a bad guy in this scenario would be someone who dibbles and dabbles in the neighborhood pharmacy world.
Not a pharmaceutical.
Right. The neighborhood pharmacy.
Man.
The neighborhood pharmacy. And also, he has a job, but he dibbles and dabbles more into the neighborhood pharmacy world. Would you ladies deal with a guy like that?
Anyone that does a criminal act in a scenario, me personally, I can't indulge in that. Due to the fact of one, my career and my clearance, and honestly, it's just that's not for me. So not know me personally, I wouldn't.
So if you did have the career and clearance, and
personally, it's not for me. Like I'm not a fan of it.
I ain't gonna speak about me, but I'm gonna speak for the people. And so what I do want to say, what comes with all that is a risk. And a risk for me as being a mother, that is something that I take seriously, even from the job that I hold and position. So I know at some point in time, depending on that, it can cause a risk in which a lot of things can be impacted. So I'm not willing to take that risk. Don't worry about nothing else. Just
never been into gambling. I don't want to gamble on that.
Listen, y'all are getting a prime example of what's going on here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna go ahead. You know, I'm just gonna.
Ron, you're really acting like you just spit a whole game out here and just laid it down.
I just laid it down. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, there are good men.
No, you're right. I'm teasing. You know, I'm teasing. But yeah, you're right.
What it is to be a good. It's really about a balance in what you find, and like you say, options do attract. It's all what you're willing to do. Just never alter yourself for anybody.
We should.
A bad girl.
I was about to say that we should do a segment of good guys attracted to bad girls.
What do y'all think?
I ain't gonna lie to you.
No, it wouldn't be a bad girl. It'd be a crazy girl because a lot of y'all
crazy one.
Yeah,
I think
crazy.
No,
crazy and deranged.
It's true. You know why? But no, it's not just excitement, man. I mean, you know, we got the children. I can't go into that.
Let me tell you something.
I can't go into
that. I'll take me.
You see what I'm saying?
Because like a hood chick.
Go ahead, elaborate.
Let me tell you, a hood chick don't care sometimes. Like some hood chicks, they down for whatever. But you get the little nice ones. They be like, I can't do that. No, stop. I don't do these types of things. They be like, I can go with this girl, and she will My eyeballs in the back of my head.
And then when she started catching that energy, like, wait a minute. I was just playing.
Right.
I'll do it.
Right, I'll do it.
You know what I'm saying? We only doing it once, though. All right.
I hope you were able to read between the lines. If not,
Lord. I think it is, like you said, opposites attract. Yeah. And I think it's the same with dudes who are on the straight and narrow. They tend to be attracted to women who are a little bit more lively.
Yeah.
I know that I am. And
they want someone to send their food back.
Yeah.
Excuse me, he did not order this.
What'd you just
be a little loud on the glass. Right. He did not order this. Send this back.
I've been seeing that a lot. Don't send my food back, okay? I eat this. This cool.
No.
You order string beans and mashed potatoes came out. Okay, and I like mashed potatoes too. It's just a different side.
Stay down there.
I cannot.
No, bring out the green beans.
Nana, why'd you put your face over your head?
Nah,
go ahead and elaborate too. Go ahead and
figure out what's going on.
Go ahead and call. We need some ladies on here too.
Where
we get a whole bunch of men on here. Where the ladies at? What's going on?
Y'all.
I've been sending this link out. Where y'all at? Matter of fact, let's get them likes going, man. Like the stream.
Come on.
Like the video and all of that.
Why are you yelling at everybody?
But then you also
I'm yelling now.
Look, yeah. I sent out the link. Go ahead, click the link.
Yeah, man. Stop playing, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to go ahead and put these Timbs back on real quick. You know what I mean? No creases.
I love it.
I'm done.
No creases. You know what I mean?
We definitely got all of that. The opposite attracts. That was one of the big ones. Oh, Devon running out. Oh, Lord, he got to use the bathroom. Lord.
It's like, if you got here, use the bathroom. Like, oh, man.
Okay.
I gotta go.
But, yeah, I really do think the big thing is opposites attract. And then, like you said, once people have their time, they have their fun, then it's like, all right, man, it's not going to find somebody else and settle on down and get my life together. But then on the flip side, you always have the good guys. Because I have a lot of male friends that they're real good guys, and they always end up like, man, I don't understand how come I always got to end up with the woman's all messed up afterwards. It's like, yeah, it's just not like this. It's just not like this. The opposite attract.
Yeah, it's all about timing too. It really is. So most of those good guys though, they're out trying to better themselves in their careers. So like they aren't focused on trying to find a woman at that time, right? So by that time, that woman has already got exposed to this guy who did her wrong and this, that, and the third. So yes, by the time that good guy gets her, she already coming with some damage. It's not a
No.
I don't even want to class him as a good guy. It's not that man's fault because he is so career driven and focused that he didn't have the opportunity to see that woman right there. But then you have some guys who do that.
I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. He was rejected and denied by those very same women. So now that he's like 32, 33.
He was probably out of his league at the time, though. You as I said, it's about timing.
Wait a minute.
He probably asked him in high school.
Yeah, he probably did.
He probably got hurt
okay, maybe.
In high school,
fine.
It wasn't the right time. And then maybe his 30s was the right time.
Right. But now that he's 30s, wow. So now he's going to go for, he's 32. He's going to go for the 24. Why would he go for the 32?
That's the problem. Everybody just work on yourself and heal till the time come, and then you will find that person.
I know for me personally, I mean, like, nah.
Because otherwise, everybody going into it scared, like, oh no, I feel like they're gonna hurt me. They're gonna hurt me.
But if it ain't somebody that's that.
Wait a minute, pause. Run that back, Turbo. I feel like I missed it. What you say about the shot?
You sure did miss it. I was saying because it was like, maybe he was in high school, he wasn't ready yet. Okay, so he was 30, between 30 and 35. Okay. Now he's ready. What's the point of him getting with somebody his same age? He might just get somebody that's younger.
I got you.
At that point.
All right, well, she gonna be damaged too. And when we talk about them 20-year-olds, they ain't got no money.
Nah, not 20-year-olds. 25.
Coins is limited.
20-something, they might not have no money, but
they don't have baggage.
What you mean they don't have baggage? Which
not as much baggage.
Speaking from? Do y'all not know?
They're not as loose. The walls are still there.
I know y'all don't have children sitting up in here, but I am very familiar. Have y'all looked at the statistics? I ain't about to bring statistics up because you're gonna make me quote me later. But at the age of when actually people start to have children, and you talking about mainly like in their 20s, you said they have less baggage in their 20s. People ain't got.
So what she saying is men got the same baggage as the women got.
It is. I mean,
What kind of cough?
y'all got
I'm having fun
like
today.
y'all
This
just
is-
perfect
I'm
and
really
been
having a
damn
lot
like
of
we
fun
done
right
hurt
now.
y'all don't think women been hurt too?
We are perfect.
True.
Blackmendon'tcheat.com.
Blackmanandperfect.com.
Thank you, Wes, for
I know she ain't coming out here. Oh, wow.
Baggage.
He always never was.
Baggage.
What?
Yes, you ever seen
He
Teen
said you
Mom?
never seen Teen Mom. Pretty much, yeah.
Why would I watch that?
Why would you that?
Why would I watch that? Why would I watch that? Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. Don't we have a guest?
We do. We probably got like 3 more minutes on this topic.
Yo,
Oh, my gosh.
I know that's right, Crystal. People are having fun in their 30s and their 40s now.
We sure are.
Out here living.
Yes, living my best
But
life.
you know what?
No
I'm saying?
kids.
she said people are having kids in their 30s and 40s now, not people having
Oh,
fun.
people having having their kids in their 30s and 40s.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
with a
what's
whole
up.
lot of science behind that.
I'm trying to have mine in the 50s.
Janet.
I'm 50s. I'm trying. No.
I ain't doing it till I'm 62.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
36. We'll
Okay.
see.
Okay.
I'm having fun today.
36,
I really
that
am.
sound like
This is
3
cool.
more years from now.
Maybe. We'll see.
Sounds like it's around the corner.
Yo,
COVID to be cleared up and everything.
Hey, yo,
Yeah,
shout out to Wes for getting on the
Wes,
stream
you
and
trying to talk? You
comment,
trying to get
know
on
what
the,
I'm saying? Somebody-
UGR?
She said, "Talking about call
She
me."
said she got some stuff to say. Actually, Wes called 240-344-3449.
Uh-oh.
you might want to put that in comments for Turtle. You got it.
We might have a caller calling in.
0-344-3.
240-343. Call in.
Yes, you can call in if you want to speak. We literally only have about 2 or 3 more minutes, and then our guest will be on the show. So go ahead, call in.
That was right. Improv that. Okay.
But
She gonna change her seats.
She right.
Yeah, your nickname got called out on the show, girl.
Sorry, Turtle.
Damn.
Not at all.
Just a check.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. Oh
I
Lord.
think
Let's
she
see what
calling in.
this.
But no, seriously.
I mean,
People
There's
want what
not
they
gonna
can't.
be-
People
It's
want what
not
they
going to be
can't
a
have.
set reason
Okay.
why it's that. Everybody's going to have their own
you
reasons.
said women what they can't have. I mean,
Yeah,
not women,
it's like
everybody.
candy. Like you say, kids know you can't have it. They going, well, I'm gonna try it anyway. People experience different things just because, like I said,
Just
a lot of
'cause.
it's the
Curiosity.
thrill. Yeah,
A lot of it's curiosity.
of it all. Just
Yeah.
it
And I
really-
know that's right, but
Sure did.
But
you better
know,
not die when you do it.
But I heard that there's actually more to that. There's someone that people we never say. It's like, hold on, I'm gonna find out the rest of the quote because the rest of the quote.
Oh, he's
wasn't
about to
supposed
get real
stop at
facts.
Curiosity
Get
killed
the
the cat.
facts out.
this is the last thing we're going to switch
Right.
over.
That's the thing.
Because Wes got scared.
Right.
Call
you
in.
called in?
Oh, nah.
Oh.
She
Phone
said,
ain't ringing.
she said, she's like, yo, you know what? I thought about calling in, but I don't want that heat. Nah.
So it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be. A quote. Curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back.
I actually like that.
That's
I like that.
That's the
I'm about to
whole.
go ahead.
That's the
Hold
whole.
on.
That's the whole.
It's in the
saying.
chat.
I'm glad this is being
Pete,
recorded. 'Cause
I
I'm
put it in there.
kicking this guy.
240-344-3449. Lord,
That's
Lord,
why she got a
Lord,
big name.
Lord.
What the heck? That's deep though. Curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back. So what we saying is, you don't know the number. It's 240. So
She's still trying to get the number.
Damn.
And then she put turtles out there.
she must have an Android. She can't. It popped up a little slow.
Okay, here we go.
We
Here
got
we
on.
go.
We got on.
Uh-oh, here she come.
Oh wow.
How you going, Miss West?
Damn, just like that, she coming with that.
Hello. What's going on, girl? Tell the people who you are, where you from, and your. You want people to know where you from?
Uh-oh.
I'll tell them where you from. Just kidding. Go ahead. Give you a comment for the topic.
All right, so it's not about baggage or none of that, because at the end of the day, everyone has their different type of baggage, whether it's emotional baggage, financial baggage, kids baggage, marriage baggage. It don't matter. Educational baggage. It don't matter. Everybody has their own kind of baggage.
I ain't got no bag.
So it has nothing to do with like 25, 30, 35, 40. That has nothing to do with that. Because you can do everything right, even as a woman. For me, example, supposedly did everything
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, I don't think it has anything to do with baggage. It's right person, right time. Sometimes you meet the wrong person at the right time. Sometimes you meet the right person at the wrong time. But at the end of the day, unless everybody's on the same page, it's not going to matter how old you are. Some people get together from high school days and they together forever. Other people grow apart. It just depends on how you grow as a person. I don't really think it has anything to do with baggage. And Vaughn need to watch Teen Mom.
Why?
It looked like you was coming just for him.
Why?
You was coming just for Vaughn. But I get you on the timing.
I was also agreeing with Katrina that.
Ew.
What you
I
said?
was also agreeing with her because it's also all about timing.
I don't think she said timing, but yeah, go ahead.
I said in those words.
I think it was Nene that
It was
said
around
timing,
those
but it's
words.
okay.
Don't take
We're not
credit.
gonna take credit. We're not gonna take credit for nothing.
Uh-oh. Look.
One of us said it.
It's all good. It's all good.
You said it's all comes from the same person.
This is how we look alike. This is how we look
Wow.
alike.
Thank you, Miss West.
Wow.
Thank
All
you,
right,
Turk.
girl.
Appreciate you, girl.
Well, I'm
Lord.
gonna say
So
this
we got it.
before I sneak away. I ain't got no baggage. Okay, my bags is. I ain't got no bags.
Not
The only
at
bags I got is
all.
under my eyes.
Oh man.
Let's get it, y'all. Y'all keep commenting down there. I'm gonna bring the beautiful, the plainest Jane on, and we're gonna talk to her about her YouTube channel. We're gonna also ask her a few questions. So if you guys have any questions for her and you would like to join, actually, there she go. So we're gonna go ahead and bring her in.
Hey.
Hey.
Right,
Hey.
Make you a little bigger there.
Not me. Okay.
Yeah, we want to see you.
What's going on?
What's going on with you? I love the background. I love all of that.
Thank you. Thank you. You know, I just try to be comfortable in my little space, you know, my business.
I know that's
she got
right.
the green in the background.
Yeah.
I dig it.
I love it. I love it. So it's Women's History Month, and of course, everybody that we bring on the show, we're gonna have each woman represent like what they're doing, what they're about. Can you just let the people know a little bit about yourself and your business and what you're doing?
Well, I'm the plainest Jane, and I make videos about things I care about, things that are important to me. I've been on YouTube for about 10 years now, and I have 30,000 subscribers. I've picked it up, I've put it down, but it's really just something I like to do. I had no clue money was involved in 2010 when I started YouTube. I literally just started making videos because I liked it, and I started making makeup videos. And
Uh-oh, are you losing me?
It's a little with the internet. 1 second, guys. Let's see if it picks back up.
Yeah, let's give it a second. Jane, you still there?
They should like this. They should over here stuck like
Yo,
she's frozen.
You had a call.
Like, yo, get your life.
Mannequin challenge.
Lord.
Well, Tishy is back.
So let's see if we can take her out and then bring her back in. Let's see until we
Why
can
you had
get
to call
that
me up, though?
fixed.
I was chilling.
No, you
Literally
all
frozen.
all I saw was in my peripheral. I was like, what's wrong with this guy? I thought I was tripping. I was like, no, there's no way. There's literally no way.
Yo,
So
not
we'll
her-
see if we can add her back in just in a little bit. Y'all bear with us. Make sure if y'all still want to talk about the topic, make sure the phone number is in the comments. So you're more than welcome to call
She
in.
look like a baggage.
Or dang, man,
Yeah,
she's going
man,
in.
I don't know, man. I think she has it out for me.
Maybe.
Even if that is for me, Wes. That's crazy. Starting to hurt my feelings real quick. I'm gonna have to go ahead and pay you a visit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to handle this like we're gonna have to step outside.
I'm about to add her back in. See if you can hit her up and just tell her to hit the link again and
Yeah.
see if we can go ahead and add her on here. Y'all talk to
Let me
us.
do something so I don't look frozen.
Yeah, keep moving around. Keep moving around. I'm gonna go ahead and read some of the comments that were posted about the topic. And literally, I mean, I had about 50 something comments. Oh Lord, I'm looking at myself. Comments that were posted.
Look at that. We got the instant replay going and all of that, man.
I know that's right.
So what the comments go? We're gonna try to wait for Jane to get back in. I got a comment. Somebody hit me up. Was like, "Yo, what's up with that voice?"
Yeah, that's what they said.
I was like, "Yo, man, you got your whole podcast voice is something else." I was like, "This is a lady," and I was like, "Okay, wait a minute, hold on. Let me go ahead and do a little bit more of that."
Let's talk about.
She wouldn't let me do my reporter's
Bad boys
voice.
create a submissive environment. Let's talk about for women.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, because we're taught to be submissive. To our man. You weren't taught for a woman to be submissive to you.
No.
Interesting.
I grew up with mostly women in charge, so nobody was submissive to any man. And
well, I guess at that time you talking about like your mom, like you wouldn't.
Yeah, so
wouldn't be
as far as I see, most women don't submit, and if they do get a guy that's trying to actually hold it down, they tend to be very, very argumentative and very aggressive and adversarial to that man.
I think in our age, well, a lot of us though, because we're strong, independent women, either you vocalize that in the wrong way. I don't know. For me personally, I never like to come off that up front. I love to be submissive and just hear from him. Oh, she's back now, but we will talk about that one in a little bit.
Oh yeah, because I was going. We got more to talk about with that.
Let's talk about that.
Oh, she's back. Welcome back, Jane.
We back.
We back.
Okay.
We got that internet going. We good.
Beyonce's internet be acting up sometimes.
I know that's right. But go ahead and tell the people about you and what you're doing over there.
I just started out just being creative, making videos, and then I found out you can make money with the videos. And my channel just grew with me as my interests changed and the things that I wanted to talk about. They kind of evolved along with me. So it's just a lot of growth, a lot of creativity, a lot of people trying to hop on the bandwagon now. And YouTube is a lot of work. It's a lot of work, and you have to be pretty resilient, because when you do first start making money, it's not what you think it is at all. I remember I was making 2 cents a day, January 2014, and I had put a lot of money. I bought $1,000 camera and a lot of stuff. But overall, it's fun, and there's something for everybody to do on YouTube. It doesn't matter what your interests are. It doesn't matter what you like to do, how boring you think you are, or if it seems like everybody's doing it or nobody's doing it. There's room for any and everybody to do that thing and make their money on that free app. So it's so dope.
I just checked your joint, man. You jumped a lot as far as your subscriber count, man. I remember when I first met you, and your subscribers was at like 13K, and since then you jumped up a lot, man. That's dope. I just kind of like do you are you comfortable sharing some of your methods on how you grow?
That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Again, it's about what you really do like, what you actually are interested in, because your passion will show through that. If you pick something that you just think is popular, or you think you can be good at that and make a lot of money, but you're not really passionate about it, that's going to show. And the burnout will come a lot faster. A lot of time, passion is what gets you from lily pad to lily pad, but it's really consistency and finding a format that works for you, or creating a format that works for you. StreamYard here, which is what we're using, is my best friend. Effortless branding, effortless consistency, regardless of if you're on your phone, your laptop, your iPad, you can get access StreamYard anywhere. So there are people who drive and so have their branded setup. But basically I put down YouTube for the last 2 years because life was just like beating me up. And then, life be doing that. And so I literally picked it back up in August at 13K, because it was just sitting dormant. And of course I just lost, subscribers after 10 years of just sitting there. And picked it up at 13K, and literally now I'm at 30K. And a lot of it hit me by surprise, but I can honestly give a lot of the credit to me covering the Surviving Jaguar Wright docuseries, whatever you want to call that Tasha K made. And that literally just dumped over 10,000 subscribers on top of me in 1 month. And it was kind of scary.
Yeah.
It was really scary because for me, it's a lot of random energy just coming at you. And it's not normal. And I got hit with what I anticipated, but it's cool. I survived it. Because a lot of people aren't necessarily there to be happy for your channel. A lot of people, like these subscribers can get very messy, but not to get to the dramatic side of YouTube, but their stuff is very real. And recently I did have to kind of take a step back because it can really affect your mental when you dive deep into it. A lot of people are trying to make a living. And I mean, you can, like, the money is really great to have, you know,
and that's what I want to ask you. Is this something you're doing full time or is this a part-time type of thing?
I do it in addition to my 9 to 5 because it's so easy to, when you're doing stuff that you're genuinely interested in, that you already have working knowledge of, it makes things a lot easier as opposed to you, again, picking something far left because you think you'll be good at it. And you find yourself having to spend so much time trying to learn that, as opposed to whatever events or whatever shows you already watch to do show reviews. Those are really popular. So whatever you already watch, you have a lot of content right there that you could be doing and putting up, reviewing whatever you indulge in, whatever you eat, whatever you watch, whatever you buy. Review that, talk about it, and you'd be surprised. It's the videos that you put a lot of effort into that will sit there and piss you off. And it's the video that you just do on a whim that you just like, I'm gonna just put this up. I'm not too sure. That's the video that's going to shock you. And that's the video that's going viral. And that's the one that you probably won't be mad about because you didn't get the way that you wanted to look. You rushed. The lighting wasn't right. You're going to be upset, but it goes into understanding whatever you like to do. There's this balance that you do have to reach. Pro tip, not to think too much, but not to think too little. If you overthink it and think it 2 and 3 and 45 times, that's going to show, you know. And sometimes you talk yourself out of ideas like that. So you have to find that balance of when you're passionate and ready enough and make sure your setup allows for you to do that. You know, if it's nighttime, do you have lights? Or, you know, what is your background? Is there a clear space around you? Or, but also protecting yourself online is important too. Location.
Yeah, I actually had some experience with that with a video that did like 2,100 views. And I was talking about how Snapchat did that whole, they'll take a man's face and turn it into a female's face. And I said something about, the catfish game is about to be crazy. and that got like 2,100 views in like 2 days. But then something else that I actually gave some thought to did nothing.
Exactly.
It's crazy. So
people can pick up on that energy. You know, it might be a time where you just left the movie theater and you get into the car and it's a lot on your mind that frustrated you about it or whatever the case is, and filming it in that moment when you're literally heated or, you know, not necessarily heated like you need to calm the fuck down, but you know, you got that passion and you really talking about it. That, you know, those are the moments. And you know, it may start from not having the best look and the best lighting, and you'll be able to grow to save that passion. For me, I had to realize, and this also came into with doing radio as well, is when I do feel something about whatever I want to review or talk about, is not to talk about it 2 and 3 times with anybody, because that takes the passion out of, you know, it sounds like you have repeated yourself when you are repeating yourself.
Right.
So if you know you want to make a video about the song you just heard or whatever, don't call your homegirl to talk about it and call this person and call this person. Sit down and give it all to that camera and let the video do the work. And if your homegirls hear about it or send it to it, then, you know, cool. But that, and I had to try to get it, this plays into arts know that, you know, doing radio, having to tell my co-host, like, we can't sit here and have this whole conversation before we go on air and then repeat it. Can we just save all of the passion and like stop talking about it? And some people don't get that, but people can read how excited you are or aren't, or when you're exhausted or too tired on camera. People can read that. So
right. What would you say to young girls that are interested in starting out on, you know, whether YouTube or even TikTok? And the reason why I bring this up, because you highlighted a little bit on, without getting to the messy side of TikTok and the dramatic side, like they even have on there as well, but the social pressures of not only about just being perfect or even the comments that they get back that are sometimes malicious, because there was a TikTok star who had actually committed suicide. And there's a lot of things that were going on, the pressures of that. So what would you tell someone, not only just young girls, but just young men or that are interested in starting out in YouTube or TikTok and these different platforms, but, again, the pushback from society?
Balance is so important, and you have to realize what your triggers are and realize when you see certain comments, you need to delete it before you even take it in. If you just glance at that junk and you see a couple of things that are just sideways, they're insulting you, delete it first before you even, whatever. And maybe even just block that person. I've realized I used to be way too modest. I used to delete comments when I could see the energy of somebody. You can see a comment where someone's leaving pure hate and know that they're going to come back and do it on the next post, picture, video, etc. And sometimes instead of just deleting it, go ahead and block them, because you don't need to keep combating that same person, that same, type of negative energy. There's a fine line between constructive criticism and somebody literally just going ham at you and using whatever their criticism is and being malicious with it. And I just had to learn how to delete. Luckily, I'm not sure if TikTok allows you to assign other people to delete comments for you, but YouTube does have a system where you have moderators who can delete comments, not only while you're live, but also on your still posts and videos. And so for a couple of people who are really close to me and for my close moderators, they go through and they comb through stuff that I just don't need to be taking it. Because to an extent, you need to be swimming in your comment section if you're engaging with your audience. There's a lot of positivity there. But then when you come across that negativity, it can kind of make you not want to read your comments for a while. So to kind of have someone helping you out, kind of clean the trash is how I say it metaphorically. And YouTube also allows you to filter out certain words that you just don't want to ever make it. You can put cute things and sentences or phrases, and those comments won't even be allowed to post. That's the YouTube side of it. And I'm not sure what TikTok allows you to do, but those tools have been very helpful. Like my digital support group or my moderators who delete comments that I don't even get a chance to see and that I don't need to be seeing.
I like that. That's a big production team right over there. As far as the editing goes, because I see with YouTube, some go live, some have they edit it and it comes in, you can see it split. What is a good editing type of software that you normally go with, or someone that uses that, in case someone who's coming into this industry, they have an idea of kind of where they can go when it comes down to editing? I'm an Apple girl. Okay.
And I'm also a bit of a free girl.
Okay.
So iMovie is awesome. iMovie is dope, 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 dope. It's basic, it's simplistic. The more complicated, upgraded version is Final Cut Pro. But let me tell you, I don't got time to be learning a whole nother program when I know how to work that because iMovie is really basic, but if you spend time, you'll realize how many different advanced. And I've been using iMovie for over 7 years, and I still fall into a new feature or layer or something that I didn't see before. And you'll learn, as far as branding wise, you don't even want an extensive amount of options when it comes to editing your videos, because you want something. Not to say you needed to be plain, right? I'm the plainest Jane, but no, from branding wise, some people like all these fancy fonts and this and that and all these special effects, and they overdo it and it's cluttersome and it's not clean. And so to keep it simple, when you have all those options, you fall into all that stuff that you just don't need. What you need in this day and age with YouTube and video, content being made and over 600 hours being uploaded to YouTube every minute, literally. You need to make it as simple as possible because people's attention span is just whatever. And iMovie is free. It comes on every single Apple device you can get. I love it on my laptop. I have 2 laptops, a desktop, and an extra monitor. I got it all.
You got it all.
Oh, damn.
You got it all. Look, I got
2 laptops.
I got this one Mac right here.
2 desktops, a monitor, a laptop. Damn.
I have it all. And it's just awesome because screen record, on your phone is great. Another pro tip that I use, the one thing that I do pay for is, I think it's just like a one-time fee though. It's this app on the iPhone called InShot. So it's really good if you're, screen recording whatever you need, or and you need to go ahead and get it cropped, get it cleaned up, and just airdrop, iPhone to Apple, airdrop it, and just, manipulate it and keep it as clean as possible. That's just me. And hey, I mean, I'm not trying to brag, but I got my 30,000 subscribers just using iMovie, and it's $4.90. Well, InShot has a free version, but you can pay to remove the watermark, which is $4.99. So
yes.
Yeah. Look at her out here being successful in all kinds of ish. Uh-huh.
I love it. I love it. I know one of the latest ones that you had out that I watched was the Tiny and T.I.
I'm working on an update.
I know you got a lot of feedback off of that one. Talk about that one in particular, and what kind of like inspired you. I know that was a hot thing going, but what got you into just doing that one and putting it out in the community?
It was a trending topic, honestly. But, allegations of that nature, they deserve to be heard. And again, I place a million disclaimers around my videos. I wasn't there. I do not know the truth. I do not know the truth. And they have not been found guilty in the court of law. And that's what matters. So I can preface that as much as possible in stating, let me know what you believe. I wasn't there.
Right.
But let's just read through this mountain, because that's exactly what it was a mountain of allegations. And really, when you're doing trending topics on YouTube, it's really a race against the clock, but it's also a race against, again, how clean, how organized are you going to bring the receipts, or are you going to talk about the receipts? A receipt, the definition of receipts is just, a thing. And this it's screenshot, but that's not proof of what is being alleged. But the point is lining up all of that. The reason why that video did so well is because as soon as the news broke, I was already sitting here in my and I had came across all of the receipts. So it's a matter of who really feels like doing all that work. That was literally over 35 screenshots that you have to line up and get formatted and do this, and then put your watermark on it to make sure ain't nobody about to come behind you and take all that shit and throw it in the video, and put it up neatly and read it and preface it and really give you the delivery, not to toot my own horn, but really give you the delivery, the eloquent delivery, as a hater recently said, you the eloquent delivery that I give you. Who else is going to get that up in 48 minutes and make a bomb ass thumbnail like I made? Very clear, which a lot of people suck at, but it's not happening. Everybody else is shuffling through this Instagram, and here's this receipt, and then wait a minute, let me let this load, and let me go over here, and all that. And who's going to sit? Who has that type of attention span? No, right. And it's sloppy, and it's not. And so, it's just a matter of also, again, keeping it simple and studying your tech. I know my devices. I know these 2 apps that I use, and I know how to manipulate my images very quick and keep it simple. I don't spend time trying to learn new functions or new this, And the thing is, back in the day, like the times have changed from 2010. Back in the day, all the different transitions and fonts and all that, it was very in. That's what it is. But as times change, how you're funny and how you convey things has gotten to be really different and simplistic. Like the main factor that's changed over time is this zoom in feature to really convey how funny something is.
Right. Oh yeah. TikTok. Yeah, the Instagram will come in. Definitely.
But people don't have time for all that fancy transition, this, that, and the third is, depending on exactly what you're trying to do. So yeah, it's just studying videos, and even studying movies has helped me with, how did a movie convey this? How can I say this? Because then you come into covering trending topics, covering yourself legally. You can say some things, and then you can't say some things. And it comes away where it's like, well, how can I convey this without getting myself in trouble, but letting these viewers know there's so many different ways with your music, your tone, the visuals, the text, metaphors, all that stuff, and watching the different troubles that bigger YouTubers have gotten into by not covering themselves and being reckless and coming on saying whatever about celebrities just because they feel like they can, and then getting caught up when they say the wrong thing about the wrong celebrity and wondering why they disappear, they go away, they're trying to
say they disappear.
Stop. This woman is almost at 1 million subscribers and lost her verification check over a Cardi B story. And Cardi B took her to court, and she sat in a 7-hour deposition and stated that she knew that whole Star Brim story was a lie, but she put it out anyway. And YouTube revoked her verification check. And this lawsuit is just being drawn out. And although Cardi's not going to win, it still costs this blogger a lot of money to fight Cardi B in court just for the sake of her trying to trend the internet. So you really have to be careful with the stuff that you rush and say.
Wow.
It's a lot.
It is. I like one thing because I like to educate our viewers there, and I love how you said keep it simple. Like I like the KISS method too as well. Keep it simple, silly. I don't like to say stupid. But for the watermark that you mentioned, for those that are listening that might not know what that is, can you explain what that watermark is? Is almost like a copyright situation, or?
Well, no, actually, it's more so you having done the work to bring whatever it is that you're trying to show people. So for me, for example, in the T.I. and Tiny video, I went and gathered all these screenshots and formatted them. And even gathering all the screenshots, they're too long to even put on the page at one time. So I had to break down each screenshot. So over 30 text message screenshots times 2, I had to screenshot all these 60 images and stuff. And that's a lot of work. And what happens sometimes when you put up screenshots without putting your watermark, it's your logo. And you can sometimes make it a little transparent, or you can leave it full. But if you don't put your logo and you feel like you've done a lot of work to get this, somebody else can take it, screenshot everything, and put it on their blog. And you did all that work. You did all that formatting. And so you just it's too much. We use too much of this iPhone memory storage, video recording, all this stuff. And it's not even just with print, it's also like with the whole video. Put that watermark. When you go look at my channel and my branding, you will see my logo is all up and through that
I know that's right.
Okay.
I know that's right. But the thePLAINESTjane, it's a pleasure. I don't know if anybody else has anything for her.
I'm good, man. I just enjoyed it.
Definitely, it was a pleasure being on the show. Your energy, your love, your vibe. Tell people how they can find you and support you and get more than all the subscribers that you have right now. Let's get that up there. So what we going to 100K? Let's get the 6 figures.
Let's make it happen.
We gonna see, but I appreciate y'all having me on. It was definitely a vibe. Anytime I can talk about just being creative through video, which is a great passion and outlet that just so happened to pay. I'm down. So y'all can find me right here, thePLAINESTjane. Where is it on the screen? Right here. That's my name everywhere. That is my name on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all those places.
I love it. Yes. That's a bet. Well, Queen, you have a good night, and we're gonna go ahead and make sure we subscribe UTR to your channel. So definitely we'll be in touch for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We'll talk.
Right. You have a wonderful night.
You too.
Yeah. So before I get into the hydration station, I know you said you wanted to talk about the submissive talk before. Did you have something to say about that? You
week.
good?
That's next week. We'll wrap up.
She said next week.
So I guess that's next week. Lord, we're not bringing this back. We got something else to talk about next week. Next week, we're talking about light skin versus dark skin.
We gotta do it for
man, it's crazy. But let's go into the hydration. You know how we get down. So the title of this is called Just Because. And the reason that I named it this way is because you got a lot of people. It can be a friend of yours. It can be a family member. No matter who it is, they're going to tell you not to do something just because they couldn't do it. Or they're looking down on you, or they don't want you to succeed. But take that negativity and channel that to a motivation. Use that to fuel you to be better, to be hungry, to grind. And then when you do make it, don't look down on them. Go ahead and just thank them for giving you the tools that you needed, that motivation to be the best version of yourself. And then keep passing that positivity, make it a perpetual cycle, and pass it on to other people. Yes. So I just want you to remember, take that, just like Nike, just do it. All right. Just because you are made to be something special. So that's Nene Hydration for the week. Take that and have it going for you for a long, long time. I love coming in here with y'all. vibing and talking.
Yeah,
Nice.
I
It's
had
always
a bit of fun
love it.
today.
Yeah,
I had a bit of fun today.
yeah.
And I'm gonna have some too next week too.
But just to recap off of what you even said, it could be the same experience that someone may have. So same experience, but a different outcome. And again, so like how she said, never give up. But once you learn those tools of how to be successful, pass that knowledge on to somebody else.
You already
All right,
know.
welcome, love.
Yo, it's Nene. I'm out.
It's Katrina Day.
Vaughn Walker.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a blessed week.
All
Love
right,
y'all.
take care.
Peace.